snap it right at the end. But we're going to have overtime here at Kelly Reeves. Boy, you talk about some huge miscues that put these teams in this spot, including that bad snap on third down by Steele trying to punch it in and take the lead.
Yeah, and then Round Rock getting the ball down inside with first downs inside the 15-yard line on their 2 drives and having to come away with 3.
So it's overtime, same as the college rules. Each team will get a possession from the 25-yard line. Team that wins the toss will decide if they want to defend or take the football. Most times you will defend, so you know when you have the ball what exactly you have to do.
I've often wondered, what would it be like if you won the toss and said, all right, we're going to go score a touchdown?
Well, you know, funny you should say that, because, you know, the flip side is you put all the pressure on that offense if, in fact, you do that. You go score, but I think.
And I like that what they do in high school is the 2 head coaches will come out. They represent their ball clubs. Go through the rules here to make sure everybody knows the rules of overtime. We got exactly what we thought. We would have a good one, and we have one.
Yeah, and mentioned that the last time Round Rock was in the playoffs, it ended in overtime for them. In fact, it ended in double overtime. Much different game against Klein Oak. It was a shootout, 66-59. This one's been a defensive battle, some red zone issues, and key penalties on both teams throughout this ballgame.
Well, wind, not much of a factor. It's right to left on your screen. So, and with open-end stadium here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Facility, so really there's not a direction that you're going to get any kind of a big, huge advantage.
I think Round Rock won the toss, as Rick Hall went first to Jeff Cheatham to see what he wanted to do. See the point from David Signs where they want to defend. And that is where the wind is coming out of the south, so a kick would be into the wind. And what a ball game we've got here. It's interesting they chose that end zone because that's a little bit more where the wind's coming out.
Yeah, it's no question. And you can also put it on whatever. You put it in the middle of the field. You can put it on one of the hash marks. And short side of the field is where Steele decides to start play.
Well, Steele's been really good on their last 2 drives. It stalled out, but they have moved it on their last 2 drives, primarily on the ground. But remember, they got that big 4th down conversion through the air. Here's Beagle. Dodds trying to run him down. Beagle gets the edge, turns it up, and he's got it inside the 15, a first down.
Dodds did everything he could do. He was right there. He had contained, and he saw it. He just couldn't catch up to it. Good stiff arm there, too, to break the tackle and get outside. First play, first down.
Farner gets it. Gets to the outside, turns it up. Farner to the 5 and dives inside the 5. And well, this Steele running game has really established itself here in the 4th quarter and overtime.
Well, this is a nice run. It gets a good lead block. They pull the off guard out in front. Breaks a couple of tackles. The guys are getting tired too, Roger. I mean, you get to that time of the game, a running game just beats on it, grinds on your body.
Farner with it. Dodds gets him from behind. That'll bring up 2nd down and goal. Outstanding play there from the senior, Luke Dodds, 11.5 sacks. Another tackle for loss. Yeah, he got to the line of scrimmage. Barner bounces it outside into the end zone, but a penalty right at the 1 yard line. There is a flag. Now, Barner's asking if he got a face mask. Let's wait on this. He says it's going to be against Round Rock. Might have been a face mask.
See him bounce to the outside right here as he reaches up. Definitely is a face mask. That's where it came.
So that will be declined. All important extra point because we've had 2 missed.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 7. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Well, that's a really good first possession. You get the ball, big first down play, and get it into the end zone.
Well, here comes the
yes,
all-important extra point from Dake, or check that, Cameron Hawk. Now, I think what David Sines wants to know about, if this were regulation, that penalty would be applied on the kickoff. Under overtime rules, I don't believe it's going to matter.
Does it start them back at the 40s? What he's asking. Would they have to move back to the 40-yard line? Or he can take it here, I would maybe. But if you take it here, you have to decline the play, don't you?
Yeah, I can't remember this happening, so we'll just wait for the explanation from Rick Hall.
By rule, in overtime, that penalty can't carry over to a kickoff or a succeeding overtime.
Wow.
It can only be enforced on the extra point, or it's not declined by rule. They've elected to take it at the extra point. The ball will be moved to the 1.5.
Okay, so they can't use it towards Round Rock's possession.
I didn't think they could take it back to the 40.
Well, that would be interesting. They move it up because typically at this point the angle gets a little tougher. Low snap, kick is up, it's good. So now Round Rock gets a chance to answer. Let's pause for a brief message from Thomas J. Henry.
Car accidents can turn your world upside down. If you were injured in a car accident, we make it as simple as 1, 2, 3. 1. Contact Thomas J. Henry. 2. Our attorneys will come to you day or night. 3. We will handle everything while you focus on healing. Thomas J. Henry handles serious auto accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7 nights and weekends.
Now it's on Round Rock. They need a touchdown here on their possession in overtime. Israel Morgan hitting the backfield, falls forward and picks up about 3. Of course, the other thing, Keith, is a turnover recovered by the defense, ends the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and they have been going in ripping at this football the entire football game. Morgan did put it on the ground twice in the first half. A little bit different formation that time, an overload. Now they spread it back out again and try to go quickly.
Ford keeps it. Ford brought down, and Lewis with a big play there. Now it's 3rd down and about 7.
They were just taking away Morgan that time, and Ford had to pull it out. They've had some success on the counter. I would think they're probably going to run the football here to try to get it and then run it again on 4th down. That's where they've had their most success, is running it tonight.
They give it to Morgan. Looked like he slipped a little bit and then ran into Garza. And here it is. He got 4th down. Got to convert if you're Round Rock.
Watch his footing. He tries to make a cut right here, But Garza was right there in perfect position to make the play. And even though his feet did come out from under him, I think you take your time out right here, and the Dragons do.
Yep, so down to one play
Timeout.
to keep the sticks moving or get into the end zone. And boy, what a ball game this has been. Low-scoring contests. Some snap issues, 2 extra points missed. But Steele fought their way back.
Did not have an offensive touchdown in the first half. Their only points came on a return fumble. But in the second half, they've come back and put some points on the board. In overtime here.
Winner of this one will take on the winner of Mission and Laredo United South. And that game for Round Rock, we know, has already been scheduled for Corpus Christi, and that's not unusual. You schedule those just in case situations. Here we go, 4th down. Can't take them with you, so Steele's going to take their time out.
Now they're going to see what formation, and that's so you might as well see what they come out in, see if you recognize anything that you've seen earlier in the game as a staff to say, all right, they run this particular counter or that counter out of this. It is 4th and 6. They've had very little success tonight, Roger, throwing the football. I'd hate to think that that's what you're going to do, but I think a run is scheduled. I think they're going to run the football here and try to find a way to get Morgan in some space.
Well, they had good success with that option early on. They ran a 4th down pass play last week in the Lake Travis game for a touchdown. Much different situation here.
You got press coverage at the bottom of your screen. And 7 in the box.
There's Ford rolling, looking, and caught. 1st down. Clifton.
Best pass of the night from Ford. He does an outstanding job here going from his opposite side and coming back. Seth Ford, best pass he's made. That is a difficult one, and that ball almost came out.
They're going fast here. Morgan bottled up, and he'll go nowhere. Knocked away. Ball comes out. Recovered by Steele. They're not going to say he was down, are they? It appears this game is over on the fumble. Cibolo Steele with the fumble recovery after Round Rock had just converted on 4th down. Let's take a look. Nope, they just ripped it away. That was Lewis. And that's how the game ends. 26-19 in overtime. Steele advances. Boy, what heartbreak for Round Rock. Lose it on a turnover after that huge 4th down conversion.
Well, you know, they were trying to get something you can see. Very disappointed. Good sportsmanship from the guys from Cibolo Steele. Congratulations to them. They really, truly did a nice job. Came back in this game and had to fight through some things. Finally got their offense going and took advantage of the turnover here in overtime to get to round 3.
Quite a scene there with the Steele Knights surrounding Izzy Morgan as he is obviously upset. I don't know if we can take a look one more time at that play by Caleb Lewis. They had him stood up, and the only question was going to be about his progress.
When he tries to go back to the backside, they have him, and as he's going down, that ball comes out. I don't believe he was ever downed.
Yeah, that's just a great defensive play by Caleb Lewis, the senior. So Cibolo Steele celebrates a trip to the 3rd round. This is the Howdy Honda postgame show. Howdy Honda just east of 35 on Ben White Boulevard, a safe place to save money. This one was classic as far as back and forth, close ball games. A lot of mistakes on both sides you can point to. But you have to go back to what happened to Steele. They had a chance to punch it in and take the lead, and they were unable to do it. So just a tough game. We thought it would be close, and a turnover was the difference.
You know, you look at these games and it's so emotional. It's one of the things you look at it as a student athlete. It's what you try to do is strive to get to a state championship. It's unfortunate in games like this, as good as this one was, that somebody's a winner and somebody's a loser.
Yeah, outstanding season for Round Rock. Jeff Cheatham said about week 3, they said, we got to deal with all this stuff that's going on in this season. Let's just worry about going out to practice every day, and if we get to play on Friday, making the most of it. They made that run. They stopped Vandegrift's winning streak in district play to win the district championship, knocked off Lake Travis, a team that was ranked in the top 5 of the state, and certainly a season to remember, even though it comes to an end the way it did.
Yeah, and you can see it's an emotional young men right there, and that's a tough job as a head coach. You're proud of them, but you know they're hurting right now. And then again, on the other side, you can just see the excitement from Cibolo Steele, and their crowd just went crazy.
And that certainly does not define Israel Morgan. This is a young man that after tonight, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,100 yards and 26 touchdowns on the season. So, Steele moves on, and we will move to Bob Shelton Stadium tomorrow over on KBVO, as we will have a 6A Division II area round matchup between the Vipers from Vandegrift and the Rough Riders from San Antonio Roosevelt. So hope you can join us for more high school football. Once again, your final score in overtime: Cibolo Steele 26, Round Rock 19. For everyone at KXAN Sports that's made the broadcast possible, for Keith Moreland, I'm Roger Wallace. Good night from Kelly Reeves Complex.